Hey, it's Matt. Today we're going to be talking about whether you should sell your home in 2021, should you wait, and how can I help you make a decision? First, we're going to talk about why you should sell your home in 2021. And I want to make something clear. I'm not going to come at you with a bunch of numbers and terms you don't understand. For the point of this video, I want to keep it as simple as possible so that I can help you make a decision on what you should do coming up this year. The first thing we need to talk about is inventory. How many houses do we have for sale in the Spokane area, in Eastern Washington, in the country? And how does that affect the price of your home and whether you should sell your home or not? In Spokane and for the majority of the country, we have extremely low inventory. This causes prices to increase because buyers are competing over a smaller amount of houses than they would in a market with a high inventory. Now, how does COVID affect inventory? It affects it even more because less people are going to be willing to allow buyers to come and enter their home during a pandemic. So inventory has gotten even lower since the COVID-19 pandemic has started. So the first reason why you should sell your home in 2021 is because inventory is low. This causes prices to go up, which gets you more money in your wallet. In Spokane, prices have increased and increased over the last couple of years. And in my opinion, and most of my colleagues' opinions, those prices will continue to go up. There's a couple of factors that lead to this. One being that due to COVID-19 and the pandemic, there's more eligible home buyers who are now working from home who used to work in a big office in Seattle, for example, or Portland. Now their business has transformed so they can work from home full-time for the rest of their careers if that's the job they stick to. So this is allowing buyers to leave these major cities that have higher home prices, taxes, things like that, and they can move to a city like Spokane that still has an international airport. We still have enough events going on, typical highway systems, lakes, mountains, everything you know. But they can move here and still work for that job that's typically only located in Seattle, for example. So the demand of buyers is extremely high right now in a city like Spokane. What about COVID-19? How does COVID-19 affect you in your home selling process? Thankfully, due to the technology that's allowing me to film this video and the technology that I'm not even aware of, that there's tech people out there working on every single day, the selling process has got even easier due to COVID-19. It's more controlled. We have to schedule our showings and really know who's going in and out of the house more than we did before. Videography, photography is more important now, which helps sell your home for a higher price anyway. So if anything, COVID-19 has made it so that realtors really have to be on top of their game when selling your home. You can't just, throw up some iPhone photos of the house and hope that it sells. Now due to COVID-19, you really have to give the virtual experience because there's going to be less showings. And that's going to make your house sell for even more, which again puts more money in your pocket, which is the reason we're doing this thing, right? Okay, so we've talked about inventory, we've talked about COVID-19, we've talked about how home prices are at all-time highs. Now there's something else we need to keep in mind when thinking why should you sell in 2021, and that's going to be interest rates. Interest rates are at all-time lows right now, so there's two ways to look at it. One, when you go to sell your home, obviously you're going to be buying another home unless you already own two or whatever, but typically you're going to be buying another home when you sell your house, so you can get in on a low interest rate, which is going to make the biggest difference in your monthly payment and give you so much more buying power regardless of your income and all these other things. That interest rate being low is free money. You need to take advantage of that. Another way to look at that is with low interest rates, you're going to have a good amount of buyers with a healthy buying power to be able to afford to compete on your house. If you're in the Spokane area, which I'm always going to be referring to, but really anywhere in a good market right now, your home is going to be listed and odds are you're going to have more than 3 to 4 to 5 even buyers competing on bidding on your home. If interest rates start to increase, all of a sudden the buyers lose that buying power. They're not going to be able to bid up as high as they would want to. Interest rates being low is actually an advantage for you selling your home in 2021. Now, will interest rates increase? Obviously, they will increase at some point. I would totally take advantage of selling your home in 2021 before interest rates start to rise again, before the demand and inventory start to level out and we start to go towards the inevitable buyer's market in the future. Okay, so why shouldn't you sell your home in 2021? There's a very simple and obvious answer that most of you could probably assume by now, and that's due to COVID-19. There's a huge amount of unemployment in our country, in Washington, in Spokane, and this is a good chunk of home buyers. With them being unemployed, they are not going to be able to get a loan. Lenders have tightened their restrictions. This is not 2008. We are going to be doing better than in 2008. But lenders have been tightening their restrictions. They want to see that you have a job that is not impacted by COVID-19. You're not getting continuously shut down by your governor. You're not getting continuously less hours or inconsistent hours. They want to know that you have a job that's strong, and it's going to be strong a year from now when you're paying your mortgage. So with high unemployment, increasing bankruptcy, and a lack of consistency in jobs and the lack of strength of your job, you're going to have less buyers out there. Now, again, I've said it before, I'm going to say it a million times throughout these YouTube videos, Spokane is a unique market because we live on the other side of the state. We're the second biggest city in the state, so all of these buyers from Seattle who can't afford to buy in Seattle, they don't need to live there anymore, they're sick of Seattle, they're going to be moving here. Our demand is going to stay relatively strong compared to the rest of the country, but for the majority of the country, there's going to be less buyers with money in their pockets, and that's less money to be able to buy your home. Another factor to think about is COVID-19. Are you at risk of getting sick from COVID-19? Can you afford to have a realtor come over, potential home buyers coming over, looking at your house, a home inspector? Can you afford to make those changes right now? Can you afford to go view homes? Can you go view the next house that you want to be buying? You know, there is going to be person-to-person interaction. Now, like I said before, we have done an incredible job in the industry at going virtual. In fact, you could really do it only virtual. But if you want to sell your house for top dollar, you need to get people in the home. They need to see it, they need to imagine where the couch is going to be, and you just can't get that in the virtual world. So it really depends on where you're at in life, and that's where we're going to get to right now. Finally, we need to talk about how can you decide whether you should sell in 2021. Now, this is something that impacts everybody, and this should be considered for any real estate transaction you make in your entire life at any time, no matter what's going on. And the fact is it just depends on what's going on in your life. Did you get a new job? Are you one of those people who now gets to work from home? Has your job been impacted in a bad way? Has your job been impacted in a good way? Maybe you have a couple houses and you're selling one that's an investment just to put more cash in the bank to hang on tight during the pandemic. Maybe your kids have moved to college and you have this huge house you don't need anymore, and you can downsize and have more monthly spending to go do things you've always wanted to do without your kids. You know, it just completely depends on your life, and you cannot let these external factors really make a big impact on your decision, because they're always going to be there. There's always going to be these external things, these people telling you whether you should or shouldn't make a decision. In the end, it's going to be up to you, and it's your realtor's job to make you feel confident in that decision that you made. Really evaluate your goals. Do you want to buy your dream home? Do you want to build a dream home? Building prices are a little high right now, but you're at the age, you're at that time frame, you're finally in that position to build your dream home. Do you want to move to the water? Do you want to move into a bigger house? Maybe your kids are coming home all the time now, or you want to let your grandma live in the apartment downstairs or out back. It just completely depends on your life. But what you need to do first is you need to call a realtor, you need to call a lender, you need to learn what your options are and learn how much you could sell your home for. You need to learn how much you could buy if you sold your home, or do I need to sell my house in order to buy a house? These are questions that the realtors and lenders in your community will answer for you. And obviously, if you're in the Spokane area, stupid. All right, so again, my name's Matt. I sell real estate in the Spokane area. This is the first of many videos to come. I've been working hard at editing and setting up my office to make more videos like this. So if you liked this video, if you got value out of this video, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe below. I will have more content coming out soon. Thanks, and I'll catch you later. What a wonderful world.